Hi there, it's Leanne Phillipson. Sorry I had to come into the shot today because my technical assistants have gone to their dad. So on today's video, it's going to be me and all my technical wizardry, and and I'm solo today. So anyway, I've set everything up. Logan got me sorted out before she went. Hello, Crystal, lovely to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. So I'm sorry if everything's a little bit more wonky. It was a bit tricky to do. But today, no more self-isolation. Yay! We're done our 14 days. So that's why the girls have been able to go to their dads. So keeping everybody safe. That's what we're doing. So I'm gonna miss them terribly, of course. But it's great that they can now safely go and see their dad. So today in self-isolation, I guess it's day 15 in our cook together, I thought let's talk about breakfast. I've got a thing about breakfast at the moment. I shot a video that I'll share with you shortly about, our new normal and creating some sort of structure for ourselves, some sort of normal that we might have going on. I don't know, we gotta find our way basically, because we're not really sure. The uncertainty is still there. We still don't really know what's happening. We don't know when things are going to change or be any kind of different. So let's just keep on cooking. So breakfast, it really is, it sets your day up differently. And I realized the other day that when I'm talking to clients, when clients first come to see me, that is actually one of the things that I focus on first. When we're making some changes, because in my experience of being a nutritionist for over 20 years is that when we have breakfast sorted out or when we have our morning sorted out, then the day just flows so differently. It has some more consistency to it. That's what I've found in my experience. And when we're having breakfast, even, I do a lot more intermittent fasting. So hello, I can't be, Natasha, hello there. When I'm doing my intermittent fasting, I'm still eating breakfast, but it's just a little bit later. So I'm still wanting and having those breakfast foods. So today, one of my favorites and one of the recipes that I get so much feedback from parents and a lot of mums and some dads is from my book, Sprout Right Family Food, is the beautiful granola. So this is a crunchy granola, and you think, I can just go buy that at the store. Why am I going to do this? Well, first of all, maybe you are isolated, so you can't actually go out and buy any. And also, you'll see there's a lot less sugar that I'm going to put in this than what you'll see on the side of any label that you go and buy that's in a box. And you get to choose what it is that you want to have in it too. So the first thing that you have to do is, I've got 2 cups of oats in here, and I'm just going to put this off to the side. So whatever dried fruit you like or you want to have. So I've got some fairly dried, you can hear them, really dried dates here. I actually bought these ages ago for a great friend of mine that makes the most delicious appetizer, which is dates wrapped in bacon of all things. Oh my God, they are tremendous. And I don't eat bacon a lot, but if you're gonna eat it, wrap it in a date and eat that. Oh my God, it's amazing. So into a bowl, these need to go in my book. I suggest maybe some dried blueberries. There's all sorts of different dried fruits that you can use. So this needs to go in a bowl, and then you need to pour boiling water on it so that they start to rehydrate. Because if I put these into the oven right now, then they would just dry out and they really wouldn't taste so good. They'd kind of be a bit burnt, and we don't really want that in our granola, do we? So I am just going to go and grab, do a bit of a TV thing. Here's one I prepared earlier. I've got my timer going off on my watch, and I don't want to burn the batch that I've already quickly made so that I can show you guys. So I'm just gonna go and take it out. Stay right there. Okay, no spoilers just yet. I'll bring that out afterwards properly, but I didn't want to wait any longer. Okay, so I've got 2 cups of oats here. So this is actually, the topping of this is actually really similar to my apple crumble. Here's one I prepared earlier, really earlier, like 2 days ago, and I made 2, and the girls ate that one, but this one is now mine to have for breakfast in their absence, because it's also an absolute favorite of mine. So I'm gonna pop into this bowl here. You can use sunflower oil if you want. I always like using coconut oil. If it's unrefined, then you get a nice coconut flavor. To it. I'm going to put in a couple of tablespoons of, actually I think it's a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. You can use honey if you want. Just watch honey. Sometimes honey tends to burn just a little bit. And then you get to add in all these things. These are all completely out of the shot. Let me just pull these in here. So whatever nuts or seeds that you like, or whatever are safe for your family. So here I have some sunflower seeds. Put them in. These are really high in essential fats. They're incredible for fiber. I've got some pumpkin seeds. Those are really, really lovely. They're my favorite, actually, just to throw onto some sort of green salad. I really think that sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds just jazz everything up. These little beauties are hemp seeds. Incredible for fiber, incredible for minerals and nutrients. And look at my jar. Can you tell I use a lot of chia seeds? Chia seeds are just such a powerhouse. They're an absolute superfood. The nutrients that are in this, like B12 and also iron, are off the charts. They're just crazy. So chia pudding is actually one of the recipes. If you head over to sproutright.com, and you'll get a little pop-up come up there, and you can put in your email address if you're if you want some new recipes for breakfasts. My favorite breakfast recipes I've actually put in a download for you, so that's free and available for you. And so basically this is pretty much it, other than the dried fruit, which I've got just behind me. Oh no, actually I brought it up here. I've got the raisins and the dates. And again, you can use any kind of dried fruit that you want. Dried apricots, that's a really great one just to chop up. And dried fruits, while you think, well, really, am I supposed to use that because they're very high in sugar? Well, they are, but you're not having tons of them. And also they're really high in iron too, which is really, really great. So, you just really need to give this a wee stir, and that's pretty much it. So I will just show you what you're gonna do with the raisins. I've got my little sieve here, and just strain that liquid. Now, like I said, these dates, they're still a little bit hard. I haven't really given them quite enough time. They do need probably about 15 minutes or so. I'll put the raisins in and then just chop up the dates. Yeah, they're still a little bit on the hard side. So you get the idea. I'm not going to put these in because these are just going to burn. I'll pop them back in here and rehydrate a little bit more. So once your raisins become much more plump, then they're ready to go, because then they're going to be ready to be dehydrated when these go into the oven. So I'll put a little bit more hot water on those, and I am just going to leave them, and that's it. So stir, 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 and then I put this onto a cookie sheet with parchment. Just make sure that you have enough room for it to spread out. We don't really want it on top of each other. Hey, Jeff. And now I'll do the beauty shot of the one that I prepared earlier. And here it is. Isn't that fabulous? Really, I actually had enough time to set all of this up, to make it one before, to get it in the oven, and it's done. That is honestly as quick as it is, and this is a tremendous breakfast. Super high in fiber. Please make sure that your oats are organic if you can find them, because that is really quite important. All these grains do get very sprayed. But this is super dry now. My slightly plump raisins. I could put walnuts in this. You could do Brazil nuts. You could do hazelnuts. You can really do anything that you like. And then with this, you can have it with some grass-fed yogurt, some organic yogurt in the morning. You could put it on top of some ice cream if you're in that kind of mood and that's your go-to while you're in self-isolation. I gotta have the ice cream. We'll add in some fiber. Also, there's a recipe in my book for some amazing ice cream that has like 3 ingredients in it. So if you're really in an ice cream mood and you've got some time, then why don't you try out that one? Because it's much more, it's just much more everything, much tastier. When you do the blueberries in there, they're just, oh my God, they're so incredible. They're so good. So that's it. So if you want more recipes, then head over to sproutright.com. When the pop-up comes up, then just put in your email address and you'll get a download come to you of 4 or 5 recipes that I've put in a downloadable document for you. And hooray, then it's gonna be awesome breakfasts. Now also in this series, in the Cook Together series, while we've been isolated, I've also done the overnight French toast. That is an absolute winner and keeps on giving for a really long time. The apple crumble, that was another fantastic breakfast. So if you haven't seen that, then just skip back. You can head over to YouTube. Actually, I've been posting them up on YouTube and we're all caught up there. So you can search for the hashtag Cook Together. And then of course, granola that you might want to just have in a bowl with some almond milk or coconut milk or dairy milk, whatever you tend to have. If you can keep some of the dairy out of your diet, it is a pro-inflammatory, pro-mucus forming food. And in all the years that I've consulted, it is milk that seems to affect people the most negatively, from babies to children to any age. So this is a great place. If you've got something like this going on in your bowl, it's a great place to have an alternative milk. Even if you don't love, say rice milk or coconut milk or any of the others that you can get, it's not quite as you don't taste it quite as much when you've got it in something like this, or use that in your smoothie and have your glass of milk if you need to do that. But there's so many different milks now that you can use that taste so different and taste so great to what they used to. So you can definitely do that. And I'm going to put this into a container, and it's going to keep for at least 2 weeks, even if it lasts that long. I'm not even sure if it will or not. But this one's going to go in the oven with my dried fruit, and hey presto, that's it for breakfast. So now that I'm out of self-isolation, I can actually go shopping for myself. So I'm kind of excited about that. I think I'm going to treat myself to some flowers. It's my birthday in a couple of days, and how lovely would it be to have some flowers around? Those are the kind of things that I've been missing. So wherever I end up going, I'll go to one place that will have everything. So then I'm just doing that once. The girls have left me with a lovely list of things, and I'll be back here tomorrow again at 5 o'clock to cook together again. So thanks so much for being along. I love hearing your comments. I love hearing your feedback. I love seeing you guys. So thanks so much. Now I'm going to go and run around the island because I have to turn it off myself instead of Logan. So take good care. I'll see you soon. Lots of love.